Hi, Frank Ahrens, economics blogger with the Washington Post, and today we're going to read some love letters. Now, these are emails from 3 years ago from this guy, Fabrice Tourre, who was the executive at the Goldman Sachs, who's at the heart of the SEC's ongoing charge against the company. Tourre is a 31-year-old executive who dreamed up this exotic financial instrument called abacus. It is a synthetic collateralized debt obligation, or a CDO. Now, after he dreamed it up, he needed to find some investors to buy into the other side of it. Over the weekend, Goldman released these emails that Tourre had sent to his girlfriend in Europe, talking about the product, talking about his maybe misgivings about the product, and it looks like Goldman is trying to create a little space between themselves and Tourre, even though they maintain that he did nothing wrong. So I'm going to read you some of these emails, and trust me when I tell you, it will take every ounce of energy I have to not read these in a French accent. Here we go. These are all from 2007. I am standing in the middle of all these complex, highly leveraged, exotic trades I created without necessarily understanding all the implications of these monstrosities. Anyway, not feeling too guilty about this, the real purpose of my job is to make capital markets more efficient and ultimately provide the U.S. consumer with more efficient ways to leverage and finance himself. So there is a humble, noble, and ethical reason for my job, smiley face. Amazing how good I am at convincing myself. Shortly after, he writes that a colleague said the subprime business is totally dead and the poor little subprime borrowers will not last so long. Later, he writes, just made it to the country of your favorite clients, Belgians. Boom. I've managed to sell a few abacus bonds to widows and orphans that I ran into in the airport. Apparently, these Belgians adore the synthetic abacus CDO. Later, he writes, in sum, I am trading a product which a month ago was worth $100 and which today is only worth $93, on which an average is losing 25 cents a day. That doesn't seem like a lot, but when you take into account that we buy and sell these things that have nominal accounts that are worth billions, well, it adds up to a lot of money. When I think that I had some input in the creation of this product, it sickens the heart to see it shot down in mid-flight. It's a little like Frankenstein turning against his own inventor. And then Tourre maybe saw the writing on the wall. He writes, all this is giving me ideas for my medium-term future, insomuch as I do not intend to wait for the complete explosion of the industry and the beginning of distressed trading. I think there might be more interesting things to do in Europe. Tourre testifies tomorrow, Tuesday, on Capitol Hill, and personally I have been waiting a long time to get a look at this guy in person. This is Frank Ahrens, economics blogger with the Washington Post. Make sure you check out my blog, Economy Watch.